Everybody's talking about glowing up and going fast and leveling up. But what if slowing down was the real power? Have you ever felt like life has knocked the breath out of you so hard that you never thought that you would ever get back up? Or feel like you're surviving and not really living, you're not really thriving? This has been me for a long time, and it took a lot of courage and vulnerability to stand here in front of you and tell you my story. But I'm ready now because I'm ready for my renaissance. I'm ready for my rebirth because this is my life and I'm taking it into my own hands no matter what happens. And I want you to come with me because I know somebody out there is going through what I've been through. Now that I've been through this trial and now that I've come out of the other side, I'm ready to finally come here and face you guys and tell you about my story. So this is my renaissance and I want you to come with me. Let's go. Over the past year and a half, I went through things that forced me to literally stop completely in my tracks. And I experienced things I had never experienced before, and it was one of those things that they happen to other people and you never think it's gonna happen to you. Well, it happened to me. I experienced loss and honestly pain in a way that I never thought possible. I went through career transitions. I left a very toxic work environment because of people say you don't quit. People don't quit jobs, they quit toxic managers. Honestly, that wasn't even the biggest thing that happened. I think for me, when I lost my father, my dad, the pain was so out of this world that I never thought that I would smile, that I would laugh again. And this is me doing this video as a testament to say it is possible. And that loss and that grief and that pain, I experienced silence. I experienced so much silence and loneliness. I didn't even think the world would be that silent, right? I stopped posting. I stopped showing up here for you guys because I felt like I couldn't honestly sit here and lead you through a renaissance season and leveling up in your career as women in tech or just life and career coaching. I couldn't sit here and honestly say that I'm leading you guys if I couldn't even lead myself. So I literally had to be like, you need to take a step back from posting and you need to focus on yourself. You need to turn whatever energy you've been putting out there and bring it inwards. Honestly, before I even got to, you need to turn your energy inwards, I really felt guilty because there were a lot of people reaching out to me, asking me about the content, asking me about the Renaissance season, asking me just about my social media presence in general. And I felt so guilty because I started something that people really were dependent on to move through with their lives, and I had to pause. Over the last year, I quit a toxic job. I lost a 20+ year relationship, and I lost my dad, my father. And honestly, it felt like my world was crumbling in front of me, and there was literally nothing I could do to stop it from happening. Yeah, I was depressed for a very long time. After much prayer and reflection and communing with God, something inside of me told me, this isn't the end of your journey. You were made for so much more. So I came here to Hawaii to try and heal, to breathe again, and to honestly find myself again. And the first thing that I learned in this island is that pain is not the end. It means it's giving you an opportunity to rewrite your story and to remember who you are. Coming here to this beautiful island of Hawaii has taught me that silence doesn't mean failure. If anything, silence means that you're pulling back in order to shine brighter. In Hawaiian tradition, the land is not something you own. It actually owns you. In Hawaiian, we say aina. Hawaiians say aina is not just land, but that which feeds you. The ocean, the soil, the air, nature. That's your family. And I'm not saying you have to go to Hawaii in order to rediscover and find yourself, but I am saying that you need to be able to get out of the current environment that you find yourself in. Whether it's just stepping out of your apartment or your house for a walk in nature, just taking that step will help you reframe and will help you heal faster. And when you see nature as family, you realize that slowing down isn't weakness. It's actually power. It's taking your power back from the world, from expectations. Maybe you're feeling like you're missing the wave. Your timing is your timing. Your chapter 1 is not somebody else's chapter 20, somebody else's chapter 10. Your chapter 3, your chapter 15 of loss, of feeling unsure is not somebody else's final chapter. So the first thing that I had to do was stop comparing myself to everybody on social media. The world was going fast and I was standing still. But that's what I needed to do in order to stand here today, proudly, with integrity and truth to share my story with you. But maybe the pause was the point, right? I realized that maybe life was trying to teach me that this pause was what I really needed to lead myself through this grief, through this loss, through all of these transitions, so I could sit here honestly and show you how I did it. Life was basically teaching me that before I could guide anybody else, I had to go through my own fire. And boy, was it hot. It was hot, it was cold, it was silent, it was loud, it was all the things. And I'm still here today. And I'm happy about that. Everywhere you turn right now, people are talking about glowing up and leveling up. And don't get me wrong, I love the idea of bettering myself and becoming the best version of myself. But sometimes it feels like everybody and everything is moving at lightning speed. And it feels like if you don't have the perfect career, the perfect body, the perfect spiritual, the perfect wellness, right? You don't have the perfect friends, you feel like you're lagging behind or you're somehow losing at life. So I want to take a pause right here and tell you this. You are not behind. You are not late. You're on time. You're being divinely guided. The season that you're in, whether it's healing, grieving, rebuilding, or rediscovering yourself, is molding you and shaping you into the person that you were always meant to be. It's building a deeper version of you, so you don't have to feel like you have to jump on the social media bandwagon and do all of the leveling up tips and tricks, even though deep down you still feel empty. The season that you're in is building a deeper version of you. So what I'm doing right now isn't a fad, isn't something that I'm doing because everybody's doing it. I'm doing it because I need it. I'm doing it because I need a glow up. I need a renaissance. I need to redesign my life in this new way, into this new person that I've found that I'm becoming. And I want to tell you something that I've learned, which is that pain is not the end of your story. When you hit rock bottom, guess what? There's only one way, and that's up. Which means you get to rewrite your story the way you want to. And that's why I am revamping the Renaissance season all over again. Because guess what? I have become a new person. And I'm sure you have too. So no more generic tips and tricks to do. Now, I'm gonna get real with you. Here's what we're going to explore in these next videos for our rebirth. First, the mental glow up. I've realized that when I started reprogramming my mindset, I stopped self-sabotaging. I stopped overthinking and letting my inner critic run the show. So that's what we're gonna start with. Because once you switch your mindset, like I said, there is only one way, and that is up. Physical glow up. There's already a video out here about physical glow up, so I won't do too much. But I will emphasize taking care of your body, taking care of your health, and your environment in order to radiate confidence. Next up, we're going to talk about career and financial security. Like I mentioned, I went through a lot this year in terms of career transitions, leaving a job that I had been at for over 6 years, leaving a toxic environment, a toxic manager, and pivoting into a new career. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about building security and freedom after setbacks. So you don't have to depend on toxic environments just because you need to pay the bill. No. We're gonna find ways out of that. We're gonna talk about social and relational glow up, right? Surrounding yourself with people who love you, who wanna see you grow, and people with whom you can go higher and elevate together. Oh, butterfly! And finally, we're gonna end with spirituality and emotional glow up, because healing and wholeness are what keep all of us grounded, and I want to keep and save the best for last with that. All right, so if you've been feeling stuck, broken, or invisible, hear me when I say this: your story isn't over. It's just waiting for you to pick up that pen again and continue writing your story. Pun intended, because I still have to write my book. But yeah, guess what? Life is not a trend, it's a tide. It comes in and it comes out. Sometimes the wave is for resting and sometimes it's for rising. So I'm learning to trust my timing and trust who I'm becoming. If this resonates with you, then join me on the Renaissance journey. We're going to level up in a truthful and real way. And if you don't want to wait for my videos, go ahead and check out my ebook, Designing Your Dream Life, where you will find journal prompts at the end of each chapter, depending on where you find yourself, and see what resonates with you. So this Renaissance series is all about aligning with your season, going with your flow instead of fighting it, because your wave is coming. And baby, when it does, it's gonna get you so much higher than you ever imagined. All right? So this isn't about keeping up. This is about slowing down enough so you can actually catch up with your true